All right. Right now, I am recording the reading part of the text. I've never done this before, so bear with me if it doesn't work. So as we start talking, we're reading over the Avanavachnai. We've been all the way through this part of the text where we learned all about um, excommunication. So I'll just read that and remember, you need to remember that we've already done this. It was said, on that day all objects which Rabbi Eliezer had declared clean were brought and burned in the fire. Remember, we asked why. Burn everything. Then they took a vote and Baruch excommunicated him. Remember, Barach does not really mean excommunicate, it means something else. To bless, and excommunication is a whole separate idea by itself in Judaism. We're going to continue from there. Said they, who shall go and inform him? I will go, answered Rabbi Akiba, lest an unsuitable person go and inform him, and thus destroy the whole world. So this is an interesting statement. You might want to ask the question, why is it that a rabbi who has been excommunicated might be able to destroy the world? There's a couple possibilities. Number one, again, we've talked about how Rabbi Eliezer is very upset after he's excommunicated, and he seems to have some kind of magic powers. And his magic powers may mean that he is capable of doing intentionally bad things, or he may be more like the Hulk, someone who, when he gets angry, he destroys things. When Hulk angry, he smash. So it's unclear. They want to send the right person. Why would they send Rabbi Akiva? Well, it seems like he's able to say things in a proper way. What is this proper way? Let's take a look. All right. So if you look at the text now, it says, what did Rabbi Akiva do? He donned black garments and wrapped himself in black. On the worksheet that you guys did the other day, the question was asked, why black? Well, black is clearly, as you probably know, something that is associated with funerals. And sat a distance of 4 amot from him. Amot is the distance from your elbow to the end of your finger, and is a significant, 4 amot is a significant difference in Jewish law. There's another statement elsewhere in the Talmud that says that a person lives within, should not walk 4 amot without a kippah. There's another statement somewhere else which says that after the destruction of the temple, the Holy One, blessed be God, lives within the 4 amot of halacha, of Jewish law. So this distance is kind of like an important symbolic distance in the Talmud. Akiba, said Rabbi Eliezer to him, what has particularly happened today? Master, he replied, it appears to me that your companions have separated from you. Thereupon he too tore his garments, put off his shoes, removed his seat, and sat on the earth. And tears streamed from his eyes. We learn from this last statement that Rabbi Akiva had had torn his garments, put off his shoes, and sat on the ground. And so obviously Rabbi Eliezer is now doing this as well. The tearing of garments and the removing of shoes are both symbols that we often see in funerals. When you hear a direct relative, one of the 7 direct relatives, who you're obligated to say Kaddish for, when you hear of their death, you're obligated to tear their garments. Today, some people wear a little black ribbon at funerals and they tear the ribbon. Other people actually have a cloak that they tear. Removing shoes is also a symbol of mourning. And sitting on the ground is generally a symbol of either mourning or humility. So Eliezer does not know at the beginning of the story that he's been excommunicated. Rabbi Akiva is the one who's sent to tell him. And they send Rabbi Akiva because he'll do it the right way. The question is, what is the right way? And the answer seems to be that you need to be very humble and very sweet and kind and mournful when informing someone of bad news. So I think in our own lives this is an important thing to remember, that it's key that you, when you give someone bad news, it should be really thoughtful about how you do it. In this case, another question is, what are all of these symbols related to in Judaism? And the answer is, this is like death. An excommunication in a lot of ways is like death. How does Rabbi Eliezer take the news? Not well. You'll see here, oops, I don't know what happened there, people. You'll see here it says, the world was then smitten, a third of the olive crop, a third of the wheat, and a third of the barley crop. Some say the dough in women's hands swelled up. Smitten, to smite, or to destroy. a third of the olive wheat, basically half the food in the world just is destroyed all at once. Again, whether this is intentional or whether this is some sort of like kind of like in Star Wars, a disturbance in the Force that causes bad things, is unclear. But obviously, Rabbi Eliezer is really upset.